This Vilco Weather Hazards outlook is valid the rest of today, Saturday through Friday, June the 24th. We're looking at a big heat ridge that is causing heat indices here, even in the early morning hours in the 80s and 90s near the Gulf coastal areas of Texas. This brutal heat is going to expand and provide a very big dome of higher pressure across the desert southwest. Meanwhile, this ridge of higher pressure will then work across the east, also warm us up here over the next 3 days. But we're looking at 3 days of decent project weather. In fact, good project weather expected the rest of today, Saturday through Monday, with a warming trend. And these heat indices will come into play especially late on Sunday and during the day on Monday. Gusty Champlain Valley southerly winds expected during the afternoon on Monday. Thunderstorms on Tuesday, especially during the morning hours, and the timing of the day looks like it's going to lower those intensities. We're looking at more batch of thunderstorms embedded within showers and fairly weak on Wednesday. This period a bit more active than recently, with a tiny shower threat for much later in the week as temperatures begin to cool, and those temperatures will range from the upper 60s to and through the 70s. Now we're looking at some pretty fine weather today, Saturday as well as Sunday and into Monday, and this ridge of higher pressure will control and influence our weather. Looking at the 6-hourly panels here for precipitation and pressures, we're looking at dry weather continuing through this weekend and into the day on Monday. We have a lot of jet stream energy and dynamics with storm systems mainly across Canada, and this is going to drag a cold front through the region. This will happen late Monday night, overnight, or Tuesday morning, and we're going to see some shower and thunderstorm activity, but it looks like it'll be winding down. Strongest potential for storms there would be probably across northern and western Vermont. Then by Tuesday afternoon, most of that gets wiped out and dried out. We have another weather system and much cooler conditions that'll work in. This could also trigger a embedded thunderstorm during the day on Wednesday, possibly Wednesday afternoon. It does not look like it's anything but benign. And then better conditions, but still a shower threat will be with us, it looks like, right into this coming weekend with just minor chances. And a much more jet stream energy going off the coast. We'll see how that evolves for later in the week next week. Big news across the lower 48 United States will be the excessive heat. Some incredible heat indices here. It could be even record-setting. Mainly across the desert southwest, and these conditions will pop up just about every day, and some of that will make it into Vermont here. We can see higher heat indices working in from the St. Lawrence River Valley, and the worst day definitely on Monday, and then that moves on by, but meanwhile, a good section of the lower 48 United States will be under the gun with very strong heat indices. Again, we're looking at pretty amazing stuff across the desert southwest into Central Valley of California. Also notably across portions of the center of the nation and the Central Plains. For us, we cool down and no such worries after about Tuesday. Looking at closer to home, we can see heat indices 94, 93 degrees in the lower Connecticut River Valley, even 90 at St. Johnsbury, 90 degrees in Montpelier, 90 degrees in Burlington, and up in as you get away from the lake in some parts of the Champlain Valley. This will be about 2 o'clock on Monday using the European model. That'll be the warmest of our heat indices, but it'll be pretty brutal even in our neck of the woods, though humidity levels with the dew point temperatures only get up probably into the low, even maybe mid-60s, so it's not going to be as excessive, but those heat indices are pretty impressive. In terms of temperatures, we're looking at weighted temperatures over the next 5 days total, only about 3 degrees above normal. That's because it starts out cool, warms up pretty impressively, and then cools back down again. Looking at 3 days later, neutral temperatures, cooler to the west and south of our region. The west continues very, very hot. 7-day total accumulated precipitation, not too bad. We're talking about a quarter of an inch with greater than ½ inch to the south of us as well as to the north of us. This will be one of the main storm tracks as well as off the eastern seaboard and across the Gulf coastal states. So our main thunderstorm threat is going to be on Tuesday, and this being 0Z about 8 o'clock Monday evening. This will happen in the morning hours generally. If it happens in the afternoon, we could have more intense thunderstorm activity, but it does look like the cold frontal system is going to be tracking and passing through during the morning hours, lowering the intensity of these thunderstorms. Otherwise, really not a whole lot to worry about. We had that one shot on Wednesday afternoon with embedded isolated storms with sparse lightning predicted. And beyond that, looks like just a little bit of a shower threat each day. It's going to curtail some of our project weather from next week. Looking at the meteogram from Iowa State, centered on Montpelier, temperatures this Saturday topping out around 80. We're probably looking at 85, a little bit warmer than that in some spots, and temperatures probably very close to 90 degrees. This coincides very nicely with the European model as well. And then the cold front will come through on late Monday night, Tuesday morning. That's going to knock the temperatures back into the 70s. We have some readings here. We could even see some upper 60s to low 70s. And then the temperatures start to step ladder back up later in the week. But a much cooler scenario after Tuesday. A check on dew point temperatures. You can see that it maxes out somewhere in that vicinity of late in the afternoon on Monday and into Tuesday, probably Tuesday night. And then a pretty drastic drop showing up on the GFS and ensembles here, definitely by Tuesday morning. And this is going to downplay some of that intensity in terms of thunderstorms. Last night, late Friday night, we had a thunderstorm roll down the Champlain Valley, producing some sparse lightning strikes. And this particular lightning strike, probably a positive CG or cloud to ground, hitting Juniper Island, southwest of Burlington. That was last night. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.